Hi and welcome to my channel. My name's Teresa and I'm the car boot crafter, and I'm really sorry if you can hear the aeroplane going over. It's just gone over. I'm right under the flight path for Birmingham Airport, so can get a bit noisy at times. Anyway, hopefully you saw yesterday's video where I set up a collab challenge, whatever you want to call it, for peel-offs, something that we don't see used very often anymore, but used to be really popular back in the day. So I got an email from someone, a new subscriber called Janice, who said she'd love to take part in the challenge, but she has some peel-offs but has issues or problems getting them off, especially when they're things like words or they're very intricate, and asked if I had some suggestions or ideas. So I thought I'd show you how I take my peel-offs off their carrier sheet. So first thing I do is, I want to use that thank you there with that little flower, and I'd like it to be in the same position. So first thing I do is I will cut it from the main sheet. That way I don't have to deal with all of that at the same time, which makes life a little bit easier. Next thing I do is, so I've got my carrier sheet and I don't need all the rest of this. I'm only interested in this bit. So the first thing I'll do then is I will take off the rest. So it's all just stuck on to the carrier. So I'm just going to take all that off. So find the end and then just very simply just pull it all off like that. Just be really careful that you're not, I mean, it doesn't matter if you rip this, but you don't want to rip the peel off that you want to keep or you want to use. So gosh, there's another plane going over. Very busy at the airport at the moment. I guess people are starting to go on their holidays again. So there we go. So I've pulled all of that off. We don't need that bit. You can use it for other projects if you want, but for the words I'm not going to use it. And what you're left with is you've got your peel off, but you will see in the middle of those words there's some extra bits that we don't need. So I just, if they're on the end, so this thank you, it's got a swirly bit like that, so I just very gently ease that up. That's the peel off that I want to keep, so I'm going to ease that up like that, and there's the bit I want to get rid of. So I'm just going to take that off, and that's gone like that. Then I've got one in the middle there, and I can't lift the whole thing up, so what I'm going to do is just using my pokey tool, just encourage it to go like that. I'm trying to do it without getting my head in the camera in the way. So there we go. So I've got rid of that. Then I've got another one there, so I'm going to get rid of that one as well. And then in the flowers, so in these there's some, so I'm just going to lift up that end of the flower. I'm not lifting the whole thing up at this point, and I'm just going to encourage that bit that's in there to come away. Come on, there we go, that's jumped out, and then I'm just laying it back down like that. So if I bring that up to the camera, you can see, so that's the one I've just got rid of, but there's still some in there, so I'm just going to do those as well. So sometimes they lift up really easily, sometimes they don't. What's really useful as well is to encourage one end of your peel off to lift ever so slightly. So just roll it like, oh, I'm covered in bits of waste. Let's get rid of that first. Just encourage, so I'm going to start peeling at this end, so just encourage your peel off to lift a little bit. We're not going to lift it all off, just encourage it, because that then helps with the next stage. And I've just noticed I've got a little bit of peel off waste in that K as well, so let's get rid of that too. Okay, and then so now my peel off is ready for me to use. It's still on the back of that carrier, still on that carrier paper, but I've got rid of all the waste and the extra bits that I don't need, and I've just left with the peel off that I want to use. Next thing is I've got some masking tape. Now the thing with masking tape is sometimes you can get it and it's really sticky. Sometimes you get it, it's not so good. But I'm just going to, because it's a bigger one, if it was just one word that I wanted to lift, I could use just one, but I'm going to use the two, so I'm going to join them together like that. So I'm just making it wider. I've got a little bit of waste on there that's got caught. Just going to remove that off there. Next thing I do then is, because this is a sticky one, this is a very sticky one, so next thing I'll do is I'm just going to lay it on my jeans and rub it on my jeans a few times, and then what happens with that is it will pick up bits of fluff and bits of thread off my jean, which just takes some of that sticky out of it. You want it to be sticky, but you don't want it to be too tacky. And then just lay it over the top of your words like that. Then grab your bone folder and just rub it. Just rub it along those words. So what you want to do is encourage the masking tape to lift the words as they are. And what they do is, when the manufacturers make these, they lay them down in the way that they encourage you, well, they want to encourage you to use them, but it's really difficult to replicate if you're lifting them straight up. So once you've done that, so this is the end I was encouraging the peel off to lift from. So what I'm going to do is, say that's already stuck, because I'd already lifted it, just those bits, they're already stuck onto the washi tape. But if I pull it a bit further, so the bits that I didn't encourage to lift are still stuck. So use your nail to encourage those to lift, and then go back over and lift them up. And what happens is, the more you start moving and lifting your peel off, the more likely it is that the rest of the peel off is going to follow suit. So just come back in, take your time, and what happens is, as you start to peel away the backing, and peel the backing away from the masking tape, not the other way around. I've found that works even better. Just keep rolling the backing tape, roll it along, take your time, and then before you know it, you've got nothing left on your backing tape, and your peel off is now stuck onto your masking tape. Next thing you do, now I'm going to pop this into the inside of my thank you card. So I'm going to turn it round this way so I know I'm lining it up straight, and then I'll turn it back so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to pop that in. I can see through the masking tape to my peel off underneath, so I can see how and where I'm lining it up. Then get your bone folder and focus on your word. You don't have to slavishly go over it, but don't go doing all the edges. It doesn't matter that your masking tape is sticking up. In fact, that's quite helpful. So focus on your word with your bone folder. Let me turn it back round and you can see. Now what you then need to do is to get one of your edges. Now I always do one at a time, so this is my top one. So this is the one that's stuck onto this one, and I just roll it back, keeping it as flat as you can. Keep rolling, and magically your peel off stays on the card. So there's that one, and I'm going to do the same with the top, with the next one. And I always do it one at a time rather than try and do it two. Take your time over this and it will work really, really well. Really just carefully roll it back. And what happens, because you've got that fluff on your masking tape, it's sticky enough to hold on to your peel off, but it's not going to be so sticky that your peel off won't come off it. And then when you've done with your masking tape, throw that away, and we have our peel off where we want it in our card. And that is how easy and how simple it can be to get a peel off onto your project. So I hope that helps, Janice, and I'm looking forward to seeing your projects. So don't forget, hashtag peel off challenge, and this week it's words, so add the hashtag peel off words. So hope that helps, and I'm hoping that people are interested in this challenge, in this collab. So use those hashtags and we can all see you. And I'm going to go and set up a folder where I can put all the videos. If people are doing videos, I'll put all the videos into that folder so that we can all find them and get more inspiration. But if you're on Instagram, still use those hashtags, peel off challenge and peel off words, and we'll all be able to find them. So let me know if you're taking part in the challenge, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.